Howdy, I believe this is the part 2 to making CatDog. I'm not exactly certain. I think it is. I just showered, don't mind my hair. Anyways, so Dog's head is very not cone, like it's a soft oval shape. And I decided I don't exactly know how to pattern that, so I might as well just carve it out of foam, and that's what this fella's here for. This area is going to be where I put my hand, and then this is, the front of the snout. I'm not certain if I'm going to carve out his nose, like his very circular nose. I could. It's not like a thing I can't do. And then glue it on. The main thing to remember about making foam heads is that you don't want every single detail on there. That usually comes out with the felt and the rest of the like the noses and the eyes or whatever. I mean, you can make little holes for them. Like you can make little indents so when you put in the eyes, it looks like it's firmly in the skull. And sometimes the face needs a nose pre-put on there before you felt it, and that's completely fine. But generally speaking, this head's pretty simple, so I don't see any need to do that. So yeah, I'm gonna get carving. I forgot to mention, I was just about to do the time lapse. The tools I use for carving the foam. Okay, so first what you do is you draw the general shape of it on the block that you're using. You can draw a shape on the front and the back too. Sometimes I don't need that. It helps. It can help. But since I am a puppet builder who does all this stuff in his own room and doesn't have any power tools or anything crazy, I do not have like a giant sander or a giant kind of machine saw that goes like that and it's very thin. I don't know what it's called. I probably should have looked it up. But I don't have those. Those would help a lot. Those make it way easier. But I don't have any of those. So what I use is I don't actually know any of the words for the things I use. Other than like scissors. I have very specific scissors I use for cutting foam because I don't want to destroy my cloth scissors or my felt scissors. So this is just normal scissors that I use later on in the process. But I use I use the set of razors my dad gave me. Obviously use with caution. I don't suggest handling sharp objects without using caution. They can hurt you. I have accidentally hurt myself once or twice using these. So, remember the safety rules of cutting. Cut away from yourself and also away from other people. Generally speaking, don't have things that you don't want damaged nearby. Just for a safety precaution, always put things away when you're done with them. What other things? Because I know there's 50 other things. Generally, if you're a well-developed person, you should know most of the knife rules. If you've, if you value yourself and other people and property. That's pretty much it. I use I use the knife, the knife initially in the very beginning to cut out the basic shape, and later on when I cut the hole for the hand. But I do not do any shaving with it. That is what the scissors are for. The scissors are for getting the finer details in. So yeah. So I shaved at the head and it looks like just a giant slope with this little gross butt at the end. And this is where generally I would start shaving, like doing the more shapely cuts to make it more, cat dog shaped. And what I would do, where's my marker? Did I just toss it in there? I probably just tossed it in there. That's a very me thing to do. Well, can't find it for now. But yeah, when I do find it, I'm gonna draw the general round shape that I want on his face, and then cut it with the razor, and then I'll start doing little shaves with the scissors. And generally this takes around an hour or an hour and a half, which is kind of a commitment to make for only the head, only the foam of the head. But if you do it right, it gets good results. So I don't know. So it's pretty much gotten to the point in the build where the head's, a nice round shape, and I don't know. I'm fine with covering it with felt and then adding its features later. Which means that now I gotta cut a little hand hole in here, and then I also want to cut a little small space in between the lip and the mouth, because I want to add teeth, because dog has teeth. I also want to make sure that like the little chin area. Wow, my thumb is really. It's probably because of the marker I used, to be honest with you. Yeah, both thumbs are looking funny. But yeah, I'm gonna add a little gap there, and then I'm gonna add the hand hole, which tends to be the most frustrating part. For like the last carved foam puppet I did, I cut a hole. No, I cut like a big line in the back of the head, so I could get right in there and just start taking it out. Because this is the stuff that comes off. It's also some flimsy flying foam pieces, which, yes, is very frustrating to deal with. I hate it. It's a lot of mess. But that's how it is, So, yeah. So the head's now done, I think. At least I think it is. Like I just said, I think, right? So while ripping out some of the inner foam to put my hand in, I accidentally ripped out a hole in the side, which is just like, ooh, that's the silliest little mistake. I mean, it's not whatever. It's whatever. No one's gonna see it. It's gonna be covered. The puppeteer probably isn't gonna notice, I hope. I mean, the puppeteer is probably gonna be me, anyways. If it is ever puppeteered. But yeah, I had to make a big old cut down the middle, which is, whatever. So now I gotta glue it. And I'm thinking of actually cutting off a majority of the top because it's very thick. And I think that's a little bit too much. So I don't think I'll include that in this video, just purely because it's like a minor change. Who knows? boom, now it's much thinner and shorter, and I don't know, that looks like a dog to me. I mean, the eyes are gonna have to be huge, right? But dogs' eyes are huge anyway, so we'll see how it goes.